Good evening everybody and welcome back to episode 175 of Enter Crypto, where twice a day I keep you informed and fully up to date on all things crypto. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then subscribe to the channel. I put out a new video every 12 hours. So the story today is from Reuters and it's about the IMF and a possible ban of crypto. So the article is titled IMF flags debt restructuring hurdles, says that banning crypto should be an option. Let's jump straight into the article. So Bengaluru, February the 25th, a group of 20 or G20 nations have some disagreements over restructuring debt for distressed economies. The chief of the International Monetary Fund said on Saturday, adding that banning private cryptocurrencies should be an option. Actually, when they say private cryptocurrencies, they actually mean Bitcoin and all the decentralized. They mean currencies not issued by the state. So basically, government currencies like the dollar, the yen, the pound, all these. So they're talking about Bitcoin. There's not, Bitcoin and Ethereum and all the others. They're not private cryptocurrencies. It's just the way that they like to label them. India's G20 presidency comes as its South Asian neighbours Sri Lanka, Bangladesh and Pakistan are seeking urgent IMF funds due to an economic slowdown caused by the COVID-19 pandemic and the Russia-Ukraine war. China, the world's largest bilateral creditor, urged the group of big economies on Friday to conduct a fair, objective and in-depth analysis of the causes of global debt issues as clamour grows for lenders to take a large haircut or accept losses on loans. On debt restructuring, while there are still some disagreements, we now have the Global Sovereign Debt Roundtable with consideration of all public and private creditors. IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva told reporters after chairing the roundtable with Indian Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. We just finished a session in which it was clear that there is a commitment to bridge differences for the benefit of countries. US Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said there were no deliverables from the meeting, which was mostly organisational. Further discussions of the panel, which includes major bilateral creditors including China, India and the G7 countries, several debtor countries, are planned around the time of the IMF and World Bank spring meetings in April. We certainly had that agreement that this is a useful forum, Yellen told Reuters in an interview. We look forward to participating in it. So now we're going to get to the crypto restrictions. It's just this little short paragraph, but let's get into it. Apart from restructuring debt, regulating cryptocurrency is another priority area for India, which Georgieva agreed with. We have to differentiate between central bank digital currencies, otherwise known as CBDCs, that are backed by the state and stablecoins, and crypto assets that are privately issued, Georgieva said. There has to be a very strong push for regulation. If regulation fails, if you are slow to do it, then we should not take off the table banning those assets, because they may create financial stability risk. Yellen said she had not suggested the outright banning of crypto activities, but it was critical to put in place a strong regulatory framework. And really what we're seeing here is the IMF try to continually take control of the global economic system. These guys are the ones in charge, actually. These are the non-elected officials. In reality, what we should be saying when they, when people like this IMF leader says she wants to do this and she thinks that this should happen, everybody should be saying, well, so what? So what if you think that? Who cares what you think? But we can't, because the reality is she is controlling the governments. It wasn't so long ago when we had in the UK a Prime Minister by the name of Liz Truss, who came out with this kind of little bit different budget. Her and her finance minister came out, the Chancellor, and said that we're going to plan this. The IMF came out and said that, whoa, we don't like this. This is not how we do things. And it wasn't long after that she was gone. It was within a week or two. She was gone. So these people have real pull. They really are the ones in charge, because if you think about NATO, I'm not going to get into Russia-Ukraine politics or anything like that, but just if you look at NATO as a military organisation, they are actually a conglomerate, if you will, of lots of countries. And so whoever is the head of NATO or the group of people running NATO, they really are more powerful than any one country now, because they are in charge of, what they say goes for 20 or 30 countries. I'm not sure, I can't remember how many is in NATO, but a lot of countries, they've got the power to deploy and move around forces from all kinds of different countries. So militarily, they are really in charge, far more power than any one country. And the IMF is similarly made up of a lot of other countries again. And so financially, they get to say what goes. It doesn't matter that they're elected or not elected. It matters to me, but it doesn't matter to them, and it doesn't matter to who they control, which is all the other countries. So, this sort of power grab that they are attempting is really, unfortunate, and we should be resisting this like nothing else. This is exactly why crypto was basically invented back in 2010 to counter this kind of behaviour, so that governments can. And this IMF CEO, she believes in this one government, that we should all be sort of governed by one entity, and that's not how, that this one power, one government, that's not how I want to live my life, and I'm sure it's not how you want to live your life. We want to be sovereign citizens and be free to do whatever we want. We don't need more governance. We don't need more reach from a government, especially not an unelected one that we don't even know who the, I know who this lady is because she's in the news, but we don't know who the other ones are. So not good at all. But we'll see. And the part about at the end where she's saying that crypto poses a financial risk, that's because it poses a financial risk to their system, to the IMF system. Because in crypto, they don't get to say what happens. Bitcoin is decentralized. Bitcoin doesn't care about the IMF. It doesn't know about the IMF. It's deaf and dumb. So it will continue regardless. And that's not a good position. That's not a good, option if you want to govern the world. If you want to take over the world and control it, you don't want some currency, through financial means. You don't want some currency that you can't stop, you've got no say over, that you don't know who's transacting in it from peer to peer. That's not what you want. So a ban is really the only thing that you're going to have to. So it's no surprise that she's pushing for this ban, because it doesn't fall in within their system. And she knows that if people were actually given the choice, they would not choose her money, they would not choose the government's money, they would choose crypto or Bitcoin. And that will destabilise her idea for the future. So that's my thoughts on it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments box below. I'd love to hear what you think. And as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Remember, everybody, to please subscribe to my channel, join my team, and I will keep you updated on all things crypto every 12 hours. Smash the like button if you feel you got value from this video, and I'll see you all in 12 hours time.